I believe it was Sun Tzu in The Art of War who said, "When you must fight a battle against multiple opponents, you should go to the highest point of the battlefield, leap off of it, and perform a plunge attack." And history serves, y'all. Hashtag history serves. Sun Tzu was right. And in the course of Dark Souls 3, though the odds have been stacked against the invaders, those of us who have found success have done so by incorporating one of the most forgotten characters in all of the Dark Souls story. As with everything else, it all ties in together. It's all one big thing. The storyline is the game mechanics, and as such, the levels themselves are actually characters. The world of Dark Souls 3 is a character. And in order to win invasions, one of the most important aspects is to know the level. I've preached that for a while. I've also preached verticality, or verticality, for also some time now. What is verticality? Skinner the Tryhard defined verticality as the up and downness of a level. That's true. Here we see a brain genius, not wearing the silver cat ring, try and follow me down. He takes 700 damage. And this actually will go back to something that a lot of invaders get on their YouTube channels. They get people who say, "The only reason you won is because your opponent was so stupid." As if to imply they themselves never see success in invasions because their opponents are smarter than my opponents. But can you make your opponents dumber? Yes. I believe it was General MacArthur who said, "Use shock and awe to really fuck up phantoms." And General MacArthur was right. If the first thing you do is walk up to a gank squad or co-op group and give them a bow and a friendly wave, you will probably be greeted with boots kicking your teeth in. And if you greet them with a plunge attack, instead, what happens is you panic them. They scurry like fucking so much rat. And that is where an invader shines, in a moment of pure panic. Plunge attacks are part of verticality. But there's so much more to verticality. I believe it was the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche who said, "If you have to kill people, make sure you do it in a stylish way." And what's more stylish than a plunge attack, or kicking someone off of a high ledge, or backstabbing someone off of a high ledge? Now, in all seriousness, it was Aurevoir who taught me about verticality in his Dark Souls 1 days, when Oro was up against fantastic odds via save editors, aka cheaters, aka hackers, whatever you want to call them. You can't beat these guys by just, backstabbing them or, Dark Moon Blade Falchion, because they've got a million fucking hit points, or infinite hit points. So what do? You use gravity to kill them. And when people were saying, "Oh, Dark Souls 3 invasions are too hard," the first thing that came to my mind was Ouroboros using gravity to defeat his opponents, because it's obviously meant to be a part of this game. Not the infinite hit points and all that shit, but the idea that there are these hazards in the level, and that invasions are a part of the level. When the 30 people that think Dark Souls PvP is supposed to be entirely arena-based. When they got together and begged for an arena that didn't feature any sort of environmental hazard, I think that's pretty telling, don't you? That all of the arenas in Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3 featured some sort of environmental hazard. Up until people, signed a White House petition to get Kamundi to put in an arena that didn't feature any of that. And the reason I find that strange, or not strange, but noteworthy, is because it's obvious that Dark Souls was always meant to incorporate verticality. And I know that because of the philosopher Mark Twain. Mark Twain once famously said, "The worst way to die is to be knocked off something really tall." Mark Twain then went on to, of course, die by falling off the Eiffel Tower. Rest in peace. But even the PvE in this game teaches us about verticality, plunge attacks, using the level to our advantage, etc., etc. Everything in this game points towards that. And as a result, you can use, verticality as an ambush, like I often do. You can use it to hide, you can use it to find people. It's everything. The level is literally as important as the person you're trying to kill, if not more so. Because a lot of the time, when you fight somebody, it's just the same fucking build you've already fought before. And, just on average, the people you meet are probably going to be average players. So it's sort of just putting all of the right scenarios together and coming up with a way to win. And you see people complain about how invaders shouldn't be at a disadvantage or whatever. But should the host be at a disadvantage? I mean, he's already got the entire fucking level to play. You know what I mean? Yeah, he can summon all these people, and yeah, he's got more Estus, and yeah, he's got 30% more health. You're right. But you've got the level. You've got the literal level. And I'm not saying this so that people will run and hide in the level. That is not my intention. Running and hiding in the level is never going to kill a host. The level might kill the host, and you might be there when he does, but you need to be the one that kills the host. That's your job as the invader. That's the glory that you're seeking, right? So, I was just using the verticality to scope out the area, and I saw health bars ticking over here, so I know this is where they're at, so I'm going to run over here real quick. I'm going to deal with this phantom. And I believe it was Major Weebelow Zap Brannigan who said, when you kill a host, his phantom will run away and spam rolls over and over again until he summons another friend. And history serves, y'all. Hashtag history serves. So, let's do away with that. I just ran the opposite way. I'm not giving chase. I'm doing the opposite of what most other invaders would have done. I just ran away, and now I'm back on top of the level. I hit them with an arrow to let them know they're not safe, and when they start running around looking for a safe place, verticality strikes. So sweet. So sweet. And it saves me the trouble of having to run around, attack them with the straight sword, while they're infinite spamming roll with less than 30% weight and the blood ring. Didn't have to deal with any of that. Panic. Shock and awe. Vantage points. Escape routes. Verticality does it all. I believe it was the philosopher Bill Cosby who said, just have a taste. And in that same vein, I would encourage you to just have a taste of how powerful playing with the level can make you. I'm wearing the Silver Cat ring in this invasion, because while this is a awesome Dark Souls 1v1 at the bonfire, because Dark Souls 3 is nothing but fucking bonfires. Duels at the bonfire, Souls 3. The bonfire, the level. Bonfire Souls 3. The level fades edition. Dark Souls 4, or whatever next, whatever the game they make next, it's just gonna be nothing but bonfires. Wall-to-wall bonfires, as far as the eye can see. Alright, I've ranted. So, the point is, the host, this is a 1v1, right? Only for as long as the host wants it to be. So, he's got Way of the Blue on, I've got the Silver Cat Ring on. Silver Cat Ring is the answer to Way of the Blue. I just got to make a sweet-ass escape, just like Bill Cosby. So, I managed to set up an ambush a little further down the level. You'll notice, not a lot further down the level, just literally right down the way. And now they have to contend with this. And it's an invasion, not a duel at the bonfire. But that escape is what allowed me to not die. And you don't want to die in Dark Souls 3 invasions. I don't know if anyone's ever told you guys this or not, but you want to win. You want to beat the host and all of his phantoms. That's the desired end result. Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was modern-day philosophist Louis C.K. who said, hey, look at this. And I would encourage you to look at this. You get these guys trapped somewhere, they're whipping my ass pretty good, no doubt about it, but the level is against them. I chose this area because this is the epitome of a level that is absolutely out to fucking kill you. And it's one of the easier ones to abuse, I guess, or use in an invasion. This is a great place to invade. If you've taken a break from PvP and you're looking to get back into invasions, this is a great place to do it because it's sort of got training wheels on it. The invasions aren't very hard here at all. But occasionally, you'll meet some people that are able to challenge you a little bit. And that happens here. If I'm not mistaken, it was Mel Gibson who said, officers, we both know who did 9/11. And this sort of plays into that a little bit. They think they're in a safe area. I'm trying to make it a not safe area. I'm trying to encourage them to keep moving, to keep playing the level. I messed up there, and the first few casts of Snap Freeze didn't do me any good. So what I should have done is cast Snap Freeze, backed away, chucked a firebomb to reset the frostbite damage, and then cast it again. But unfortunately, this character didn't have any bombs on him at the time, so couldn't do that. But that would have been clever as shit. Now, I'm trying my best to sort of motivate them to play through the level, because I want to get a sick-ass plunge attack off this platform right here, but I fuck up. This encourages the host to keep playing through the level, as you can see, but I'm fat rolling, so I die. But it's all good. It's all good. We get to reinvade these guys again, and it really puts everything together, which is beautiful. I invade again. I see it's the same host's name, and I look around. It didn't feel like they were trying to gank or anything. It felt like they were actually trying to make progress. But I know now there's a dried finger active. I know they want to be invaded. So I give one last good look around, make sure they're not still hanging out somewhere. And then I'm going to use the verticality of the level to sort of skip ahead and buy back some of the time I've wasted here looking for them. Immediately see that the enemies here are dead, so I know they've gone ahead and moved further on into the level. Another invader shows up, Artemis, aka Terrid. I'm not sure what his name is on YouTube, it might also just be Terrid, but shout out. Me and him doing some teamwork in this invasion. And again, I'm going to use Snap Freeze to sort of encourage these guys to keep playing the level. Move it on. Move along now, fellas. Keep moving. Keep moving forward. I believe it was the philosopher, General Indian Killer, who first coined that phrase. On the Trail of Tears. Speaking of the Trail of Tears, I'm crying because this guy is using a great club. And, you know, go green, really, when you think about it. We don't need our trees to hit people with. We need our trees to breathe. I'm just playing. Use trees to hit people, it's fine. I like all of it. You'll notice I'm still wearing the Silver Cat ring, and the reason that is because there's a really nice escape point up here, and I actually end up making use of it. And we'll see that a little later on. Right now, it's just sort of a nice 2v2. Quickly turns into a 3v2 as the Blue Sentinel shows up. Another Blue Sentinel. I'm just going to sort of be quiet and let you guys just sort of enjoy the action that's happening here, as it really doesn't really pertain to verticality at this exact moment. I believe it was the philosopher Kitty Genovese who said, "Silence is golden." Artemis, aka Terrid, bites the dust right there, so this is a 3v1, and I'm going to use that escape point I was talking about earlier. So, verticality so far has allowed us to escape. It's allowed us to find the party. Well, that's like, you know what I mean? Like, to make up some time, to catch up to them quicker than we would have had we not used the level to our advantage. Switch into the Hornet Ring, getting rid of the Obscuring Ring, because at this point it doesn't matter. They're going to be able to see me anyway. I'm going to try and challenge every bit of progress they make in this level. Now, right here I'm going to try and even the odds a little bit. We'll see if anybody's brave enough to come up here with me. Rip. Now, that guy was using the Black Knight shield and a straight sword. That's a pretty meta setup. It's not that that guy was dumb and fell off that... You know what? It's... In invasions, you don't have time to do everything. Right here, I managed to escape, but before I could escape, that Phantom got me with one last poke from a straight sword, which was very nice. But now, so far, we've used the level to find the party. We've used the level to escape the party. We've used the level to kill some of the party. And we've used it to escape again. That's how precious the Silver Cat ring is the motherfucking MVP of this invasion, y'all. Along with verticality. And at its core, it's such a big part of Dark Souls 3 invasions that if you don't take advantage of it and use it to even the odds, like the philosopher Aurevoir once said, "You're gonna get fucked, nerd!" So until next time, bye-bye! Thanks for watching, guys. Verticality bless.